So as you know, tennis is a dynamic sport. So your warm-up should be dynamic in nature. You don't want to be doing a bunch of static stretching and things like that before you get on the court. So you don't have to go for a little jog around, but it's good if you've kind of walked around or at least done a little lap around the building or come out of your car or whatever, wherever you are. Start from the bottom, work our way up. Okay, so we're going to start with your ankles and we're going to do what's called a heel-toe walk. Okay, so you're going to focus on your heel touching down and then you're going to roll up off your toe and then the next heel touches down. So the idea is that you're rolling through your ankle and getting through full range of motion in your ankles, top to bottom. Good, yeah. So heel toe, good. And try and push through your big toe at the top as well as your pinky toe instead of rolling out on the outside of your foot. Yeah, that looks great. How's it feel?
Feels great.
Okay, good, good. So then you're gonna turn and face me and we're gonna work up the chain a little further and we're gonna do a hip hurdle. You're gonna focus on keeping your body square, but your thigh bone is gonna do a semicircle. And then you're gonna take a step. So you're gonna go up, you're gonna do that full semicircle. So make sure your thigh goes behind you first and then comes around and try and work that full range of motion and then take a step and then do the next one.
And then forward.
Yeah, so you're gonna actually step as you go each time. There you go, yep. Good, and we have a link to all the sets and reps that you wanna be doing for these. That looks really good. So you wanna feel like your hip socket is a ball, it's a ball and socket. So you wanna make sure you're working through that full ball and socket as best you can. Obviously there's tight muscles that might be stopping you from getting as far as you want, but you wanna try and work through that. Good.
Perfect. Yeah, that feels good actually.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's lubricating your joints too, right? Getting them ready. So next one we're gonna do is you're gonna face this way and we're going to take this outside leg and we're gonna do a high knee crossover. So again, I wanna use my core to keep myself square here. You're gonna do a high knee crossover and then you're gonna step out and I'm gonna get a little adductor stretch on both sides and then I'm gonna come up again. Okay, so high knee crossover. Up. Yep.
And then
cross. Step down, and then you're gonna step that foot wide. Good, and focus on keeping your chest up as you go through both. And as you come up, you're gonna bring that leg up again. Cross over, and then sit into it. Adductor, adductor, and then come up, cross over. There you go, good. And we better do a couple the other way, just so you're equal and we don't pull anything today. So now you're gonna start
That's definitely the goal.
That's right. You're gonna start with that left leg, and we're gonna cross over. And then sit into that. Perfect. Oh, a little cracking and crunching this morning. Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. Better now than on the tennis court. And up and over. Good. Awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna link our upper body and our lower body together. So you're gonna bring your arms up into a Y position. So you're sort of like a YMCA. You've done that dance for sure. So try not to bend your elbows. Okay, you wanna keep your arms straight, but you also wanna keep your chest up. So you're gonna get a lot of mid-back mobility out of this movement, okay? So now you're gonna do a squat with your arms in this position, all right? So feet kind of hip distance apart. You're gonna sit your hips back to start. So start the movement by your hips going back, and then your knees bend, and you continue down into that
all the way down?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good looking squat, Sonny. Good. Now keep your head up and keep going. And I want you feel how that's a good amount of work for the upper back and shoulders, which is a huge part of tennis, right? So
and we're trying to keep the shoulders back.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to have those shoulders up around your ears. You want to keep the shoulder blades set down into your back pockets, and you want to fight to keep that chest up. I'm impressed. That's a good looking, that's a hard movement. That's a good overhead squat.
Thank you.
Now, some of you that are watching are gonna have maybe some shoulder injuries or some tightness in your upper back, which actually is connected. When your upper back is tight, we see a lot of shoulder injuries. So if you need to go a little bit wider, so go into a T with your arms, so the arms come down here. If you need to be here, I still want you to think about keeping space here, okay? I don't want to see you in this position like that, and then try to fight to think about reaching those fingertips away from you and go down into that squat. So if your shoulder is an issue. If you're not able to do this movement though, you're probably struggling to play tennis as well. All right, so our last one I'm gonna give you, so you just stay there. I'm just gonna get a pad for you to put your knee on. So if you have a pillow or something at home, you're gonna put one knee down on that like that. And then you're gonna bring your other foot in front. Okay, so this is called the groiner, okay? And you'll see why in a second.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring our hands down on either side of that foot. And your job is to try and drop that back knee down as far as you can. Good, good. And from here, we're gonna lift this hand up and we're gonna exhale. So we wanna exhale as we rotate because that allows the rib cage to move. Good. And then we're gonna inhale as we come back down. And then we're gonna go the other way. And this way is sticky and it's a little bit harder to balance. And you're gonna exhale, and then your hand goes down, and then we're gonna go the other side. So you're gonna go back, yeah, keep going back and forth. Really good. And try and make sure you're using your breath when you're doing this, because as I mentioned, when you exhale, as you rotate, it affects, obviously, because your lungs are here, it allows you to get that little bit more rotation. It's a lot like what you teach us on the court to exhale as we hit the ball so that we can create that power and that fluidity of movement. Okay, good. So let's do the other leg just for a couple, just so we don't pull anything when we get into the more central nervous system stuff. So the setup is just one knee down, and you want to try and get that back knee as far back as you can. And this back hip, you want to try and get it as close to the ground as you can. Okay. So then you drop those hands down. Yeah, good. And then it's an exhale to open up. So where are you feeling this one?
Here.
Yep. So deep into the hips, yeah. And then a little bit maybe chest and upper back as you do the rotation.
Yes, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then by going both ways, we're making sure that we're rotating both ways, but we're also rotating our hips both ways as well. Because as soon as you move your upper body on your lower body, you're getting different internal and external rotation in your hips, which is really important because in tennis, that's happening a lot.
That's our energy core, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, good. How are you feeling? You're loose?
Definitely looser, yeah.
Okay, good, good. So those are some, and there's 101 different things you can do, obviously, and people will find the things that are their favorite things to do. Those are just some basics that cover kind of a lot of the bases with the lower body, especially.
Perfect. That was great. That was really amazing. Yeah. Learned a lot today. Some of the exercises that I've never done before either, so that was very helpful and informative. If you like the video, leave us a comment below and let us know if you want to see more of Sarah. If you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead, and so you know when the next video comes out. We will link the description for Activelife Conditioning in the description below, so go check them out. Any other services you might need, they have them all. Check them out, and we'll see you all soon.